Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unwrap the secrets that make big companies tick, and today we're diving into a rather interesting update from Avalo Therapeutics, Inc. Get ready because we're about to decode what this new investor presentation really means for their future. Before we dive in, if you're enjoying these deep dives into company filings, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. And hey, we've got a fantastic community over on Discord sharing insights just like these, so make sure to join us there. The link is in the description below. Alright, so Avalo Therapeutics, which you might know by their stock ticker AVTX, has just dropped a new investor presentation. Think of this as their latest pitch to the folks who might invest in them potentially now or down the line. It is not a full financial report like a 10K or 10Q, but these presentations can sometimes give us a snapshot of where a company is heading and what they want investors to focus on. This report is dated October of 2025. Now, these types of documents are usually filed to communicate important updates to shareholders in the market. This particular filing highlights that Avalo Therapeutics Incorporated posted an updated investor presentation on their website, and they intend to use it in meetings with investors. The key takeaway here is that the company is actively engaging with potential investors, likely to discuss their business and future plans. Looking at Avalo's listed securities, their common stock is traded on the Nasdaq Capital Market under the ticker symbol AVTX. This is important because it tells us where you can find their stock and that they are a publicly traded company. Being on a major exchange like Nasdaq means they meet certain requirements and are subject to ongoing scrutiny, which is generally a good thing for investors. The filing also lists the exhibits included. The most significant one here is Exhibit 99.1, which is the investor presentation itself. This is the core of what they are filing today. They are essentially drawing attention to this presentation. Think of it as saying, hey, look at this. We want everyone to see what we're retelling potential investors. The other exhibit, Exhibit 104, is just the cover page formatted in a special way for electronic filing. So that is more of a technicality. Now, what can we glean from this without seeing the actual presentation content? Well, the fact that they are updating and using an investor presentation suggests they are likely trying to either raise capital, generate interest in their stock, or communicate significant progress or strategic shifts. For a company like Avalo Therapeutics, which operates in the biotech space, this could relate to clinical trial updates, new drug developments, regulatory milestones, or potential partnerships. These presentations are crafted very carefully to highlight the positive aspects of the company and its prospects. Since this is an 8K filing specifically about an investor presentation, it is not going to contain deep financial tables like a quarterly report. However, the purpose of such a presentation is often to indirectly signal financial health or future financial potential. Companies use them to explain their value proposition, their market opportunity, their competitive advantages, and their path to profitability or growth. So, while we don't have the numbers directly in this 8K, the presentation it points to is designed to paint a picture of financial promise. We have to infer the story. Avalo Therapeutics is likely trying to present a compelling narrative to investors. This narrative probably focuses on their pipeline of potential therapies, the unmet medical needs they aim to address, and the market size for those therapies. They might be highlighting recent successes in their research or development phases, or outlining their strategy to overcome challenges. In the biotech world, investor presentations are crucial for securing the funding needed to advance drug candidates through the costly and lengthy process of clinical trials. Let's think about what kind of story an investor presentation from a biotech company like Avalo would typically tell. They would almost certainly emphasize the potential of their drug candidates. This could involve discussing the science behind their treatments, the diseases they target, and what makes their approach potentially better than existing options. They'll likely present data, even if early stage, to support the efficacy and safety of their compounds. They'll also talk about the market opportunity, trying to quantify how big the potential revenue could be if their drugs are successful. Now, when it comes to the story here, the crucial element missing is the content of the presentation. However, the act of filing this 8K and attaching the presentation tells us something significant. It implies they have something they believe is worth sharing, and that they are actively cultivating investor relationships in October of 2025. It suggests a proactive stance in managing their investor relations, and potentially seeking further investment or support. Considering Avalo Therapeutics' place in the market is important. Biotech companies are inherently risky investments. Their success hinges on scientific breakthroughs, regulatory approvals, and market acceptance of new and often expensive treatments. Companies like Avalo are often in a race against time and competitors needing significant capital to fund their research and development. Therefore, a fresh investor presentation is a key tool in their arsenal to maintain momentum and showcase their value in a highly competitive landscape. So, looking at this filing, here is my take. Avalo Therapeutics Incorporated is signaling that they are in an active phase of communicating their value to the investment community. The absence of specific financial data in this 8K is expected. Its purpose is to direct attention to the investor presentation. This presentation is where the real story of their current progress, future outlook, and financial projections would be. The fact they are doing this suggests they want to ensure investors are up to speed and hopefully enthusiastic about the company's direction. What are the potential risks or opportunities here? An opportunity lies in the potential for their investigational therapies to address significant health needs, which could lead to substantial growth if successful. The risk, as always in biotech, is the high failure rate in drug development, the long timelines involved, and the intense competition. The success of this investor presentation will hinge on how effectively it communicates the company's value and its ability to navigate these challenges. In conclusion, this 8K filing is essentially a signpost pointing us towards a deeper look at Avalo Therapeutics' current narrative for investors. It's a move that suggests active engagement and likely a need to either secure funds or reassure existing stakeholders. We need to examine the presentation itself to truly understand the specifics of their strategy and the science behind their ambitions. It is a clear indicator of their ongoing efforts to build and maintain investor confidence in the competitive biotech sector. Alright, that is our quick decode of this Avalo Therapeutics filing. What are your thoughts on what this proactive investor communication might mean for AVTX? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate insights. And as always, check out our Discord community for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.